So equal parts nifty and perhaps not so nifty here in this module on users and computers. We have talked about some pretty cool things, ways in which you can use the command line and PowerShell to automate a variety of otherwise really boring tasks and wrap them up into what used to be a very wrist-killing activity, clicking around in Active Directory users and computers. So what have we talked about in this module? We have talked about creating, copying, configuring, and deleting users and computers using both the ADUC and the ADAC. We configured some templates there in Active Directory users and computers so that we could ensure a common baseline across the users that we would create. We took a quick look at user rights and how you can apply them now through group policy, as well as the automation of creating Active Directory accounts, managing those that are inactive and disabled, and even some really cool ways that we can perform bulk Active Directory operations once we have the right commands under our belt. We then concluded with a look at offline domain join and how, for those machines that aren't connected to our network, we can get them added into Active Directory with a pair of commands and a very important file. Coming up next, we will take a look now at Active Directory groups and organizational units. In comparison with users and computers, dealing with Active Directory groups is one of those required activities for any IT professional, and making sure that you apply them in ways that are intelligent is something that, admittedly, you don't find in a lot of organizations. Part of the reason for that is that there are just so many ways in which groups can get configured together and nested inside of each other. Do so correctly, and it's very easy for you to go about adding and removing users from the resources that they require. Do so incorrectly, and you can inadvertently expose inappropriate information to people that shouldn't have access. So in that module, we'll talk about group nesting, the different kinds of groups that Active Directory provides, how to manage group membership using group policy and enumerate group membership. We'll talk about delegation of control and how you might go about configuring your organizational units to support the needs of your users and ultimately the needs of your group policy application. That discussion on groups and organizational units is the topic for our next module coming up.